What's going on, guys? Welcome back to episode 2 of my Newcastle United career mode. So today we have a lot of transfers going on. We managed to get a transfer offer that was accepted from, I think it was for one of the guys that we were looking at, but a lot of the transfers that we've gone for we're not actually gonna keep up with, because you know you're putting a lot of offers, you take a lot of offers out, and you think, you know, actually that person's probably not going to fit into how I want to play the team right now. But we are still looking at Jetro Williams, the likes of Verge, and obviously Bartra. Now Verge, they want £32 million for something that said. Not really looking at. Braithwaite was someone that one of the guys in the comments decided that I should look at, also along with John Obi Mikel, who had put a bid in for both of them. I don't actually have the footage for that because it was corrupt, but I do put a $5 million bid in for Braithwaite. He's worth $9 million. They asked for $9 million. It turns out that's actually what he's worth, because I went ahead and told my scout to go look at him. We've got some training as well, though. I'm going to be training the main 3 guys. I think I trained 3. Is it 3 or 4 guys? But Correa is getting 2 slots of training. I think then one of my wingers, I think it's Julian Brandt, gets 2, and then I think it is Markovic. Is it Markovic that gets the last one? I think it is. But I want to improve, you know, the likes of these guys. They have really high stats as it is already. I know that Correa has, like, he's got like 88 dribbling and stuff, but I do want to improve the stamina of all these players. So a lot of this I was looking at was the stamina and things like that. So you can see that I'm trying to improve. I'm definitely trying to improve Julian Brandt's stamina, because I want him to play every game. You guys, well, I want him to be able to play every game at some point. You guys are going to see in future episodes, you know, he gets a lot more game time than I was expecting when I first bought him. Because I just have trouble with my original left mid. So we're gonna see, but that's in the future. I have played a lot of this game, and I was doing some live comm, which is why you don't actually hear any sound behind this other than my voice and maybe some music I'm gonna put behind. For the simple fact that I was doing this live comm, but I don't feel like you get as much out of it. I can fit more in an episode if I do this. Plus, I get to just ramble in this, and you know, it's just great. So we get another offer here. You guys can see what's going on the screen, but we get another offer here for Tony, going on a 2-year loan deal at Wickham, which is awesome. You know, I want to get all these young players off, and obviously we see that John Obi Mikel, they've accepted a £3 million offer, which later on in the season, towards the end of the transfer window, I go for again, because we're going to see here that he's worth 70k. And he wants 70k, but I asked him if he can take 50, you know, because he's only a sporadic first team player over at Chelsea, whereas here he's going to be an important first team player. So I asked him if he'll take 50. He doesn't want to do that, so obviously I made the decision that we're not gonna keep him on. Also, Jetro Williams, Southampton want him, which I really don't want them to get, because if they get him, he's going to be playing against us on the first day of the season. I don't really want that kind of pressure on me, you know, to be the choice that he didn't choose and then we lose. I don't want that, so we're gonna try and bring him in. I want him here at Newcastle, I definitely do. But as you can see, they say no for Colongo as well. I think that is because he was another centre-back that we were looking at. Now, I can never pronounce these guys. It's like Bologna or something. They asked for 8.3 million for Simon de Jong. I do like him. He is really good, but he's not going to get much looking for the fact that I've got so many cams. Also, AS Monaco, who I know have the moolah, come in and say that they want to pay, I think it was 12 million they wanted for Cabela, but I go ahead and say no. I also put in some inquiries about Gylfi Sigurdsson and also Anua, because I was looking at obviously getting a new centre back. If the Bartra deal falls through, I want to be able to have someone there for the first game of the season. I really don't want to be using Lascelles, I think it is, his name is, but he is English as well, so I do want to use him at some point, but I don't want to be using him right now. I probably should have taken him out on loan, but I really need a backup because we don't actually have any. But as you can see, PSV have accepted a $9 million bid from Southampton, which is awful. I really don't want that. It does say that we can maybe get a new offer, so we do just get rid of that, because I don't think we're going to be able to do it. But 10 million accepted from Barcelona for Marc Bartra. He is a player that I really want to bring in. He looks so good. He's only a squad rotation player over at Barcelona, so we offer him that first team, that crucial first team player, because he is going to be that. And he just looks like someone who's going to be really good. But he comes back and says, Mikel says that he wants 70k, so we're going ahead and just delete that. We don't want him, you know, we're just going to throw that in the trash. We don't want that nonsense over here. And you can literally see that Jetro Williams is, everyone wants him. Everyone wants Williams, everyone wants him. You know, even PSG want him. It's just a matter of fact of who he's going to go to. We'll get a training injury here, which just puts me on alert completely, because it is to our only left back, our only contending left back, because the rest of them are like 50 or 60 rated. So we do decide that we're going to go in. I went home. I decided I was going to go home. We're going to go to Liverpool, not to Liverpool, to Leeds United. I know that the Charlie Taylor and also Sam Byram are going to be pretty decent players in the future. I just need someone to stand in for this half of the season. I just do. You know, we also get a offer for Perez here, which is from Man City for 3.8 million. You know, they're trying to lowball me a little bit. They know that he's going to be, they're trying to lowball me. But, you know, I do put him up for a loan as well, which doesn't actually manage to happen. So I am trying to play him as much as possible this season. We also have to up Bartra's money to 80k, which is 10k more than he was getting in Spain. But, you know, we want to bring him in. We want to change this whole team. I want to make the backbone of this team mine. And Leeds United come back, say they want 2.5 million for Byron. We're going to go ahead and say we want 2 million. We're not going to pay them lots of money. I do love them. They are my team, but I'm not going to pay over the odds. You know, this is Newcastle. It's all about Newcastle. So we are going to steal some youth, just some youth from them. We also get some more training. I'm going to be putting a little bit of this in. I'm not going to be putting lots in. Just so you guys know, these are the 3 players I'm probably most likely going to be doing most of the time. So they're going to be improving a lot. So De Jong, they want him for 8.5 million again. I say come ahead and get me 13.5. If they don't do that, they don't have the money, obviously. So they're not going to get him. We're going to keep him. We're going to try and keep him on. They also come back, Leeds United also come back and say that they want 1.7 for Charlie Taylor, who is a really decent left back. And for the money he's on, you know, we could bring him in and Haidara doesn't even have to come back in the team, I don't think. We've got 2 good left backs here that we can play. I know technically Byram isn't a left back, but this was a shock. Check Tiote to Watford. Now, I thought about this for a while because I didn't know whether I wanted to do it. I was like, check Tiote. I am only playing 1 CDM right now, but do I really want to give up that 3rd choice? He is behind, well, I think he'd probably just be just in front of Anita, but that is good money considering they want 5.5 million. He's only worth 4.6. He's 29 years old. He's coming to the end of his career for me. He wouldn't be playing as many games. So I go ahead and say, you know what, you give me 6 Watford and you can have him. By all means, take him. We also get some things going on here, and Mark Bartra has come back and said, yes, I will play for you for 80k a week. So just a little bit more money is all he needed. He got the money. He came to the club, which is awesome. Our first, like, defensive signing, which to me, him partnering with Mbembe is going to be so good. I feel like they're so strong. They're so strong, and both of them are pretty pacey as well. As you can see, though, Haidara is he is our left back that is broken right now. For 8 weeks he's out for, which is ridiculous. Sam Barron, we'll go ahead and offer him a contract, a squad rotation player for 20k. I feel like if I give him squad rotation player, playing for the first 8 weeks, if he gets past 81, you know, he may actually just keep out Haidara, because I end up playing Yanmat on the left, on the left, and Byram on the right, because he is a right back, so you want to keep him like that. But he comes back, and obviously they've said unacceptable for the they want obviously 1.7 million for Charlie Taylor. So we go ahead and make another offer. Because I do want to get him cheaper, so I go 1.4. I don't want to pay 1.7, but we do want to get him. You know, he'll be a 3rd choice, I guess, behind Haidara, but you know, he'll come on, play cup games, I guess. But we'll get a transfer offer. Gale, I'm going to call him Gale. He goes off to Wolves for 2 years, so hopefully he'll come back a much better player, maybe in the 70s, 80s, probably not 80s, but definitely 70s. So we get the last and final sign of the episode, which is going to be Sam Barron. We finally bring in just in time for the away game, or is it the home game against Southampton. And we finally have a defender who I feel as though he's going to do a job. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, go ahead and leave a like. If you're new, subscribe. Until next time, I will see you later.